Before this video starts, I want to give a massive shout out to all my channel members. If you want to receive a shout out, then become a channel member today and you'll be shown on screen like all these other channel members here. Anyways, enjoy the video. In version 15.4, Saber Alter CC from the Fate Stay Night collab had received talents, and in this video, I want to go over what she had gotten and to see if these talents are able to improve on her kit. The talents she had received include Target Relic, Wave, Curse Immunity, and Standard Attack and Defense talents. Before we start, like, comment, subscribe, the whole ordeal. The footage of Talented Saber is at level 40, stats discussed will be at level 30. Before diving into Saber's talents, I want to go over as a unit real quick. Saber is a rusher unit with an above average standing range of 350 who can land hits between 150 to 500 range. While her base damage may seem low when just looking at the number, her very fast attack rate allows her to pile on damage extremely quickly as she attacks every 2.3 seconds. This is especially the case against floating enemies as she deals massive damage to them, dealing 51,000 damage per hit with over 22,000 DPS at level 30 alone. Her standing range allows her to stay safe against a majority of floating enemies and can use stepping stones to reach other enemies like I Am Face. Now with that quick introduction out of the way, let's get to discussing Saber's talents. The most significant talents of hers are Relic Targeting and Curse Immunity. Relic Targeting gives her a brand new niche that isn't really able to be fulfilled by most units to this day, this being a Relic Rusher unit. This is a role that's really only done by two other units, Edie and Super Feline. However, the former is a burst rusher, meaning Edie will only get a few large hits at most before dying, and Super Feline for most players won't have the power needed to deal meaningful damage to relics, as this unit requires an insane amount of user rank to level up in the first place. This gives Saber the unique trait of being a higher ranged relic rusher that can stay alive for long periods of time. At level 30 before attack talents, Saber will be dealing over 38,000 damage a hit with over 16,000 DPS. This allows her to deal tons of damage really quickly to a wide host of enemies, especially since she's able to outrange a large majority of relic enemies, with Relic Bun Bun and Amos being the most significant of these. Of course, being that she is now able to target relic enemies, acquiring Curse Immunity is also a no-brainer. It also helps especially with her matchups against Otham, Loki, and Golem Sunfish, as these three being part floating means she'll deal 4 times damage to them instead of 3 times, allowing her to be extra effective against these threats. Saber's unique properties of being a rusher unit with high range allow her to be an invaluable part for anyone who's looking for a strong, hard-hitting anti-relic attacker, especially if they're running through Uncanny Legends. Even after unlocking Edie, Saber's value as a relic rusher doesn't diminish, as her high range of 350 makes her unique in helping burst enemies down. In fact, Edie and Saber are an amazing pair, as Edie is capable of dealing huge chunks of an enemy's health, while Saber can quickly finish off a high-value target. She had also received another talent, this being her Wave talent. At max level, it has a 20% chance to spawn a level 3 wave. While these odds may seem low at first, the fact that she attacks extremely fast means it will activate fairly often, and considering her good damage, being able to sometimes double that in one attack cycle is fairly nice. Specifically, into relics, this damage jumps to 76,000 and against floating boosts the damage to 102,000. It also being able to reach all the way up to 732 range allows her to hit enemies that sit way in the backline for extra chip damage. It can also get her out of a pinch, as it can cover her blind spot. The last set of talents are her stat talents. Her health jumps to 61,000 HP at level 30. What is notable is that level 60 with health talents, her health maxes out at 115,000 HP, which for a rusher unit is extremely high. While good, it isn't an investment that you really need to get hung up on. As a rusher, her main selling point is good damage, and attack talents help further boost her offensive capabilities. Her base damage goes from 12,750 to 15,300 damage. Against relics, it jumps from 38,000 damage to 45,000 damage, and against floating jumps to 51,000 damage to 61,000 damage. As is the case with all stat talents, it's better to invest than just leveling up a unit with cat's eyes before spending NP on them, though for Saber, once you reach max level, then attack talents are worth looking into. So, how good are Saber's talents? To put it short, her talents are pretty good. She gains a new trait in Relic, and as a rusher, it's a rather unique trait to have, only really shared with Edie and Super Feline for the role. Her higher range, however, is what distinguishes her enough to where her role as a ranged rusher is helpful for relics. Also, for those who might be going through UL, her relic targeting gives access to an incredibly powerful option against some of the more tricky relic enemies. Wave gives her some chances to boost her damage output, and Curse Immunity helps her with her Relic matchup. With all that said, I want to thank you for watching this analysis of Saber talents. If you thought this insight was interesting, then be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy Battle Cats content, and comment down below your thoughts on them. I'd love to hear what you all think. Also, shout out to the following channel members: Dr. Deadly, Gamet, Virus Apero, Just a Shark, Roscat the Ultra, Potato King, King Wolf, Glamorous, Rayleigh Grover, Jade Rabbit, Jenna Gultenberg, Tentacle Gaming, I May Be Dumb, I'm Too Few, Alex the Durex, Carlos Fabian, Pugberto, Lazwa Slimecat, and The Real Knight for being silver members or higher. If you want to receive a shout out like these channel members here, then become a silver member or higher today. Becoming a channel member supports what I do in a way that helps keep the lights on and allows me to continue making content for all of you to watch. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day.